Yo, what up guys, it's your boy here, Judai, Yuki, giving you another Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile, introducing to you another rival character slash power duelist right here, Kaito Tenjo, an amazing character in the series, another one of my very favorite characters. You know, I love ZEXAL a lot, so I love a lot of the characters and the story and cards used in this show. So yeah, Kaito Tenjo, a lot of people like him, he's really aggressive, even people who didn't like ZEXAL, you know, they love Kaito at least. So yeah, so this is Kaito's deck, version 1, so it's kind of a bit of old school monsters are gonna be in here. But yeah, let's begin. So we got his original Ace Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, an amazing card. I'm not gonna go through what all these cards do, obviously. You guys know it, you guys can look it up. I'm only gonna go through the anime cards that you guys probably aren't too familiar with, maybe. So we got 2 Galaxy Knights, which he used in the tournament arc. So this is how you're gonna go for Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. This is in the grave, you summon this, and you bring out another one of this with one of the other cards. Alright, next we got Photon Leo, Photon Crusher, Photon Thrasher, Photon Circle, Photon Pirate, Photon Cerberus, and 2 Photon Lizards, really good cards. These 2 cards allow you to search. You tribute it to search a Photon, a level 4 lower Photon, so this is good. So 2 is pretty great in the deck. We got Photon Satellite, allows you to copy its level with another monster and go for Xyz plays. Curry Photon, Sage Your Butt. This is the first time we've ever seen any of the rival or power duelist characters have a Karibo monster in their deck. So I respect Kaito for that, for having an actual Karibo in his deck. He doesn't have pride like Seto Kaiba or even Hell Kaiser. No, he says, screw that, I'm using a Karibo, I don't care. Alright, great. I love that. Shining Angel. These are a lot of the old cards that I'm about to show you that he used in like very early on in season 1. So we got Shining Angel and 3 Daybreakers. Do you remember he used this? So if this card is special summon, you could special summon 2 more Daybreakers from your hand. So that's how you go for like really brawling rank 4 plays for the number monsters. Because in the beginning he was a number hunter, so he captured several different numbers, and this deck was mostly used to summon those numbers that he captured as well. So we got Plasma Ball, Light Serpents, and Dimension Wanderer. I'm missing another monster, which is Reverse Buster, which I didn't get. I forgot about it, but that's another old card that you could add in here to try out. The reason why I added these cards is because these are old cards, and I wanted you guys to have fun trying out some of his old combos in like the very early stages of ZEXAL. You know, obviously this doesn't make the deck as strong or as consistent as, you know, adding all the other Photon and Galaxy monsters that you could use with these, but you know, obviously the whole point of this channel is to get you guys to try out different cards and try out different styles of the decks to play them in. And if this is not your favorite, that's fine, you instantly replace it with some of the other cards. But yeah, you know, just try it out and have fun, you know, don't sweat it. It's not a big deal. Just enjoy yourself. Next we're gonna move on to the spell cards. So we got Polymerization. He has 1 Polymerization because he actually does fusion summon in ZEXAL at some point. Once again, the Kaito in Arc V is not the same as the Kaito in ZEXAL. They're 2 different characters, so those stories don't have anything to do with each other. So, you know, don't get confused or anything why he has Polymerization. This is from ZEXAL. So yeah, Polymerization, Photon Lead. Then we got an anime card called Forced Release. You target 1 Xyz monster on the field and attach all of its Xyz materials. So it's just a cheap card. I wanted to use it so many times in our duels, but I was like, God, this card is so cheap. I felt guilty even using it, and I should have used it because, God darn it, man, like they pretty much destroyed me. If I should have just used it, but like, oh my God, it's so cheap. You don't even have to try with this card. We got Overlay Rain, Equipped spell card, another anime card, Photon Spear. He used this very early on. He used this in the duel against Astral. You equip this to a Photon monster and that monster can pierce, and the equipped monster can be treated as 2 tributes. So you equip this ideally to one of your Photon monsters that has 2,000 or more attack, and then it'll be treated as 2 tributes, so that way you can summon your ace. Because you need 2 monsters with 2,000 or more attack to summon this card, to tribute it. So yeah. We got Photon Veil. This card is a tricky card, and you can only really, honestly, mostly use this with like Daybreaker. You can use this in other ways, but Daybreaker is the best way to use this card. Shuffle 3 light monsters in your hand to the deck, then add up to 3 level 4 lower light monsters from your deck to your hand. And if you add 2 or more monsters with this effect, they must have the same name. So there's the problem. So you would have to add 2 Daybreakers and this and that. So it's kind of annoying, kind of hard to use, because you need it with Daybreaker, and he doesn't have generally a lot of copies with other monsters. Actually, you could use this in combination with like his Galaxy Knights. So you could return 3 to get 2 Galaxy Knights straight from your deck, or for Photon Delta Wing, because he has 2 copies of those. So you can use it, but it's kind of it can be kind of difficult at times. But you can at least send 3 to get 1 that you actually need, so it's alright. Field Spell Photon World. This is basically a burn card. If you control a Photon monster, you won't be affected by this effect. But anytime either player normal or special summons a monster, they take damage equal to that monster's level times 100. So if you summon a level 8 monster, you'll take 800 points of damage. But you won't take anything as long as you control a Photon monster on the field. You won't take any damage at all. And we got Photon Hurricane, a really good card. Return all spell and trap cards your opponent controls to the hand up to the number of cards in your hand. So you control 3 cards in your hand, you can return up to 3 spell trap cards your opponent controls. Not up to 3, exactly 3 that your opponent controls back to the hand. So really amazing card. You can go for OTKs just with that. Clearing the back row is very important. Alright, so we got the quick play spell called Photon Wind. During the battle phase, when an opponent's monster you control inflicts battle damage to your opponent during a battle with an opponent's monster, but did not destroy that monster by battle, inflict 1,000 points of damage to your opponent, then draw 1. So yeah, you attack a monster. If it didn't get destroyed by battle, you basically burn and draw. So it's 2 pluses if you didn't kill the monster. So yeah, for monsters that have effects that say, oh, I can't be destroyed by battle, or by that battle, or once per turn, or if they activate a card on a monster that prevents them from being destroyed by battle, alright fine, take 1,000 and I draw 1. So it's a really cheap card. Next we got Cards of Adversity, another anime card. If you control no monsters and your opponent controls a special summon monster, you draw 2 cards. So this is kind of like if you don't have anything left and your opponent has already summoned summoned a lot, and obviously has an Xyz monster on the field, or special summoned any monster, draw 2 cards. You can use this early on. If your opponent goes hard and they go for an Xyz summon and you use this on your first turn, you just draw 2 cards because you haven't done anything yet and your opponent already has a monster. We got the quick play spell called Photon Prevent, which is when you would take damage from a card effect. If you control a Photon monster, you take no damage this turn. So yeah, and that's, it says no damage, so you take no battle damage either. So yeah. Monster Reborn, we all know that, it's a good card. Quick play spell card Galaxy Burst. Target up to 2 face-up monsters your opponent controls. Until the end phase, the effects of those targets are negated and the attack of 1 Photon monster you control is half. So yeah, you can negate 2 cards. Yeah, you can negate 2 face-up cards on the field, so you got some problematic monster effects or spell traps that have powerful effects. Negate both of them, and the only real cost is that one of your monsters gets half, one of your Photon monsters. So yeah, really good. In the last 2 spell cards, we got Message in a Bottle and Shift Up. This card is really good. This is what makes this card work so well, because this allows you to target 3 monsters in your graveyard with different levels, special summon them onto the field. And then you use Shift Up to target one of those monsters, and then all of your monsters, I believe, become the same level as the monster that you targeted. So you have, say you have Photon Dragon, you have Photon Satellite, Photon Lizard, they're all different levels. You activate Shift Up, make them all level 8s, overlay, and go for your Neo Galaxy Eyes. So that's pretty much the combo with it right there. So Shift Up is a really good card. I'll read it to you guys anyway. Target a face-up monster you control with the highest level. There we go, that's why. You target the highest level. And then until the end phase, the levels of all face-up monsters you control become the same as that target's level. So yeah, really good card. This is how you go for your high-ranking Xyz plays with monsters that don't even have the right levels. So really amazing card. Next, we got the trap cards. Kaito doesn't use that many trap cards. He usually mostly spells and monsters, but we got anime card called Battle Simulation. When a monster battles an opponent's monster during this battle phase, only half the attack of both those monsters. Also, they cannot be destroyed by that battle. So if you don't want your monster to be destroyed by battle, it basically just cuts both monsters that are battling, cuts their attack in half. So you would still take the battle damage, but they won't be destroyed by that battle. I think, is it on? Oh yeah, and it's only during the battle phase, so their attack points go back up. So it's kind of like I don't know why they didn't just say, oh yeah, you know, make it so both monsters don't be destroyed by battle. I don't know why they had to cut it in half, like if it really makes that much of a difference at all. We got Luminize, anime card called Mirror Shade. Pay half your life points, you take no battle damage this turn. Simple as that. You're about to lose. Pay half your life points, you won't take anything. Perfect card. Photon Escape. Target when a Photon monster is targeted for an attack, you can banish that target and end the battle phase. So you're in a really tight spot. You're about to lose. You got a Photon monster. They got more monsters on the field to attack you with. You can banish the Photon monster they're attacking and then end the battle phase. Save your butt for a turn, which is really good. And we got Photon Shock, the final anime trap card for the version 1 deck. When you would take battle damage from a battle involving a Photon monster, your opponent takes the same amount of battle damage from this battle. So it's a 1-for-1 basically. You know, you attack one of my monsters, you give me damage, you take the same thing I do. So yeah, I've used this card before. It's really fun because like if they're about to OTK me and they don't have a lot of life points left either, I just activate this and you know then then they would take as much damage as I would. So really cheap card. You could pull off great ties with this. This is how he did a tie with Astral and Yuma when they first won ZEXAL. This is how he was able to pull off a tie. Then the extra deck, pretty simple. We got Neo Galaxy Eyes, Photon Dragon, an amazing card. Can be hard to pull out at times, but once you do, it's a really aggressive force. We got number 30, Acid Golem of Destruction. This is one of the numbers that he captured. That's what's in here. After that, Yuma takes it, but he did use it in the beginning, and you can use it with a lot of the level 3 monsters that he used, like Plasma Ball and Light Serpent or whatever, you know. Just try to make it work as best as you can. The Photon Lizards will work with that as well. There are 2 more numbers that he used. I forgot the numbers that they were, but Illuminite is one of them. I have that card, but I was looking for it before this and I couldn't find it. I must have left it at my friend's house maybe. And then Giga Brilliant is another one that you can use. Those are 2 other numbers that he captured that you can use in this deck. So it'll give you more diversity. I was using this deck against my friends, but I didn't use this card. I just had these 2 cards right here. So it left me kind of stunned and I couldn't do much. So I should have added Acid Golem, Giga Brilliant, and Illuminite to give me more options. Because he doesn't have any options to go for, and it makes it kind of difficult. So you need those cards to do it. I didn't add Starlier's Lord Galaxion and what was the name of the other one? I don't remember, but the other rank 4 X's. I didn't use those because those were used in ZEXAL 2nd, and they were more prominent during that arc, and they made that deck a lot stronger. So I didn't want to use those cards. I wanted to use more of the early on cards and early on combos that he used in the beginning of the series, before we move on to the more aggressive stuff that he uses later on. And then the final card, we got the fusion monster, Twin Photon Lizard, which is why we have poly in there. You fuse 2 photon monsters, so you don't have to fuse the 2 lizards, but yeah, you fuse 2 photon monsters, and then it's affected. You contribute this festive card on the field to special summon the monsters you use to fuse and summon it. So if you poly and fuse this, if you fuse Photon Dragon with any other photon monster, let's say Photon Lizard, you fuse these 2, summon this, you tribute it, bam, summon these 2 on the field. So now you got your ace really easy on the field just by fusing something and then defusing. So yeah, it's a really good card. It comes in handy. You can do quite a lot, or you could fuse you can only use this effective for. Alright, well, yeah. I wanted to do a combo with Photon Lizard. You fuse 2 and then defuse, summon 2, tribute them both to search 2 cards, but it says here that you can only use the effect of Photon Lizard once per turn, so I can't even spam that, unfortunately, but that would have been really great if we could do that. Yeah, so let's move on to the side deck right here.